Alright, day 2, Friday. Dirk and I are going to head upriver and move camp to where we've seen a few more, to where I've seen a deer and some more fresh sign. So we're going to pack up camp now. It's probably half an hour before light. And it's cold, so we're not feeling like leaving the sleeping bags, but that's what we need to do. And we'll eat breakfast once we're further up the river and we can start glassing.
Yeah, it will be interesting, so let's see what happens today.
Cold wet boots. This is just part and parcel of backpack hunting, my friends. These boots are sopping wet and I don't want to put them on, but you just do, because in about 10 minutes time they're going to get wet again anyway, so suck it up. With laden packs, we moved swiftly up the creek into new country. The plan was to set up camp half a kilometre downstream from where I had spotted the hind and spiker from the evening before. The area was ideal in that it catered for a range of terrain with grassy creek edges, beautiful open bush flats, broken faces with ledges, and several leading spurs that weaved their way down past the ledges and onto the bush flats. Everything about the place sang Sambar deer. As a backpack hunter, it is very rare that I hunt the same locations twice, and despite having had successful Sambar trips into other remote locations within the Great Dividing Range, I embarked on this backpacking experience with a great sense of adventure. In fact, most may call it a reconnaissance trip, but that would assume a return voyage. A decision that may be considered in time, but for now, my focus was at the task at hand, finding a mature Sambar stag. Just found another angle while we're glassing up that way at this beautiful face where I saw that spiker last night. And we're also able to glass up into all of this country. And I only just changed angle by about 20 metres, but it's amazing how when you do that it opens up so much more country. Heading up a spur which will give us great advantage point to glass onto a nice western face, which I think will be nice on last light, but it also is going to open up all this new country that we haven't been into yet, which is probably day 3. Spending time amidst Mother Nature has a profound way of stripping you back to the bare essentials in life. And not only is it a time to hunt and to gather for food, but it is a time to reflect on the past and to dream big for things that are planned in the future. For me, there is a deep connection to this ancient landscape, a connection that one may question given I am a foreigner with no cultural linkages or ancestral ties to it. But as we sidle deeper into the catchment, and as we glass the distant cliff faces and ledges, I am transported back in time to when perhaps it was occupied by the traditional custodians of this amazingly rich and diverse country.
just noticed her feeding slowly from right to left, right on the slope. This is the same slope, the same face that Jamie saw, the yearling like yesterday on last light. The wind is slightly from our left to right, and she's feeding past our left now. 373 meters on the rangefinder.
Right, now we've got two hinds feeding. One looks like a yearling and the other one a mature hind. Now they're feeding from left to right, so there's some bigger hinds just come out of a bit of a thicket up there on the face. Oh, that's great. They're 1/3 off the top of the slope, so we've been glassing the right sort of elevation band. Putting structure between me and you. There is something to marvel at whenever watching sambar deer for any length of time. They truly are such an intriguing game species to hunt. And any sambar encounter that lasts for more than a few fleeting moments without the blaring sound of their alarm call is considered a successful encounter in my book. And this was a distinctly different situation to what I had experienced on day one. Plans coming together. We picked this face. This is where I saw a spike yesterday. We picked this face to sit on until last light, and we were here since pretty much 9 o'clock in the morning, which is a long day to be sitting in one place. Starting to second guess yourself at about lunchtime, where I said to Dirk, mate, I reckon what do you reckon, maybe we move on. Well, I didn't say that. Dirk said that, and I said, no, I think we should stick it out. Stick to the plan. And the plan's working. No big stag. But, this is day 2, so we can wait and be patient. Being able to set up and glass onto an opposite face with broken bush and ledges, coupled with a gentle crosswind blowing into our face, was nothing short of ideal. Really interesting how the mature hind hardly leaves the thickness of cover, and that yearling is blasé in the open. Copy Dirk, you're on journal. Oh, there's 3 of them. There's 3 of them now. Where the hell did that third one come from? This could get very interesting. Just another deer just materialised out of absolutely nowhere. There's 3 of them on this face now. Right, put this camera away. If you just observe and take your time watching animals, you learn so much from them. Like I can see this young, the young hind has been feeding on moss, like a mossy lichen off the rocks. as well as obviously picking at the grass. But the big mature hind has been browsing at some kind of, what looks like this kind of stuff. Yeah, browsing the tips off. This sort of stuff here. Yeah. You know, you can learn so much from deer if you take the time to observe them. Especially in the situation where they're totally unaware of me. So they're not agitated, they're not uptight, they're not on edge. They're just behaving as they normally would. And the other crazy thing is, this morning Dirk climbed up the spur and got to about, I reckon probably 80 metres to 100 metres below where these deer are. God knows how they haven't smelt where he went, but I radioed him to say, come down a bit because you get a better angle to glass. So lucky he didn't push up any further, otherwise we may have spooked those and never seen them at all. It's just gone 5 o'clock and I'm pretty comfortable about the prospects for the next few days, being that we'll climb up further upriver and get into position for that afternoon and glass and spot anything coming out onto these open faces. I don't think we're going to sit this one out again. We'll just let these ones be. I'm going to sit here until it gets dark and then we'll go down in the dark. I don't know if you can see that, but we've got to go down through these bluffs back to camp. It's very, very steep, literally. It just drops away behind me to nothing. About probably 100 metres or 150 metres. Yeah, more like 150. Those three lines are up in here, and I just spotted a young hind over there on this face. Oh God, it's like everything's in reverse. So they're here. Just got to find the one with some horn. Dirk and I are both coming back in the dark here after sitting out that face. The walk back to camp was an opportunity to reflect on day 2 and to replan for day 3. We were not successful in locating a mature stag, but what we had observed and learned from those 4 hinds is something that Dirk and I will retain and cherish forever. You want to wrap the day up, Dirk?
Day 2, yeah, for sure. So started off slowly. Midday we were considering ditching the plan, but I think sanity prevailed and we stuck to it, and shortly after that we were rewarded with some Sambar hinds coming right behind us on the face here, which is good. So it gives us now a bit of a benchmark at the elevation, and also the fact that they really have just move very, very slowly. So yeah, put it all in the memory bank.
That wraps up day 2.